So good morning, dear students, and we welcome you. I welcome you to this class, and probably this is the final lecture on projectile motion. We will be probably done with projectile motion after today's class. We will solve the remaining problems and done with this. And I must tell you that we have gone ahead from that JEE Wale people. So we will be going ahead of them. Probably we will be keeping ahead of them always. Anyways, in the last class, what we had done was we had what we had discussed the equation of trajectory. Do we remember this equation of trajectory in the various forms that we had seen? Do we remember this? Yes or no? No, yes. Anyone remember this equation of trajectory? We had solved some problems on the equation of trajectory. I would like to give one more problem on that because I don't know. I just feel that these problems can come. So let me give this problem for you, and let us see if you can do this. I hope. I hope what? I hope that you remember the equation of trajectory. Keep it in mind because it's a very important concept that can help you in solving some questions very quickly. And here comes the question for the day. First, the equation of a projectile is given by y is equal to 16x minus 5x squared by 4. What is now being asked here is the horizontal range. The horizontal range of the particle projectile. You have 2 minutes to do this. I hope everyone is making notes. Show me your notes. I mean, the one class is invisible. Okay, I don't have eagle eyes, so I just can't see. So, and my eyesight has gone very weak. I was supposed to go to the good. I was supposed to go and get my eyesight checked. I'm just not finding time to go there. So probably I'll go to today or tomorrow and probably get a pair of glasses. Anyways, that was about me. You have to find the horizontal range in this case. And how do you do it? Well, try. I'll give you 2 minutes to do this. I want you to do it on your own so that you gain the confidence that this is probably the toughest question that can come in this section for you. Let's see if you can deal with the toughest one. If you can deal with the toughest one, you can definitely deal with the not so tough ones. Take your time. And everyone, please try. Do you want a hint? The hint is right here on the board. You have to find horizontal range. There is only one. There's only one. There's only one equation which has horizontal range. That is the hint. Let's see if you can apply it.
Sir, y is equals to x tan theta 1 minus x by r.
Yes, but what is the answer, bacha? That is the formula, correct. So you got the formula correct. That is all that physics can do, my dear friends. Rest is all maths. And I know your maths may not be that good, but this is only 9, 10 standard maths. And I know that that part of the maths is obviously good. Try it, you will get it. Trust me. You have picked the right equation. You just now, what you got to do is use it, get your answer, stay happy. The question is there on your screen, waiting for the answers.
Sir, option D.
Okay, option D is correct, my dear friend. That is correct. Option D is correct. Well done. So once you get the what? Once you get the correct way, the correct point, the correct formula, solving after that becomes a cakewalk, isn't it? Solving after this becomes a cakewalk. How did you do it? May I know, bacha? Let me give all of the other students also some time so that they can also try. Everyone should be trying it. Yes, beta, tell me, how did you do it? Tell me. Okay, so how are we supposed to do this? Anyone could help me? How are we supposed to do this? How I'm supposed to do this? The equation that I'm supposed to compare this with is, because that is the only equation that has range, y is equal to x tan theta 1 minus x by r. Now, in order to compare this with this equation, I have to write the equation which is given, which is in green, in the same form. I have to write this equation in green in the same form. How do I write it? This is simple maths, nothing else. So I write y is equal to, everything with x has to come out. So 16x comes out. Now let us see what remains inside the bracket. So 16x is out. I've taken 16x out. So 1 remains here. Yes or no? And 1 has to remain here, right? So 1 and 1. Now it matches. Minus, I had 5x square by 4. So 5x square by 4 remains like this. But I have taken 16x outside. So I multiplied it by 16x. So I have to divide it by 16x. Are you getting my point, bacha? So if I now open the bracket, 16x, 16x will get cancelled and you will get whatever was there actually. That's it, my dear friends. So what do you do now? 1x will cancel. Now I need, in the numerator, I need only x. But here I have 5 here. So what do I do is I take the 5 in the denominator. So now how does the equation look like? The equation looks like this. Y is equal to 16x. 1 minus, on the top, on the numerator, we have x. On the denominator, we have 16 into 4, that is 64. And then it is divided by 5. So 64 divided by 5. Now looking at this equation, This equation now looks like this. The green one, it is the same as the green one. Now I need to compare it with the red one. And I can compare it with the red one and I can get the value of everything that is required. For example, if someone asks me what is the value of tan theta, my dear friends, the value of tan theta is 16, but that was not asked. I was asked the range. Range is 64 by 5. Do we understand this? Simple. I'll give you 1 minute to do this. I'll give you one more question on this so that you become confident. Note it down and then solve the next question. Please let me know once you are done.
Completed, sir.
Everyone has completed?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then I'll give you one more so that you are confident. Everyone done this now? I see still some students trying to done. Okay. Try this. It is similar. Y is equal to 4x minus 3x square by 10. This is the equation of trajectory given to you. You have to find out the range. Find the range of the particle. So I'll give you 2 minutes to do this. Do it on your own, and I want all of you to get the answer. Anyone got the answer? Huh?
13.3, sir.
13.3. I love fractions. Can you tell me fractions? Fractions are better. I don't like points and decimals and can you tell me the answer in fractions? I love fractions.
40/3, sir.
Yes, 40/3. That looks good. Everyone got the answer? Only 2 students got the answer. What about the rest? Everyone should get this. I hope everyone has got this. I'll give you 1 more minute so that you become confident. This is pretty damn simple. Again, I need to compare it with the equation that I know that has range. Which equation has range? I will write that equation. Y is equal to x tan theta into 1 minus x by r. To 1 minus x by r. I just now try to rewrite the first equation in this form. Y is equal to everything with x will come out, 4x. So I have 1 minus 3x square by 10. I keep it like this. But I've taken 4x outside, so I divide it by 4x. 1x and 1x goes away. This 3 in the numerator should not remain here, so it just jumps into the denominator. And now you know what is the value of range. What is the value of range? 40 divided by 3. Just so know. 40 divided by 3 is your range. I hope every one of you got the same answer. Yes or no? No or yes? Okay, that is great. Now that takes us to the probably the last part of this discussion that we were doing, and that discussion is known as a horizontal projectile. Now, what do you mean by an horizontal projectile? Anyone? What do you mean by horizontal projectile? We had seen what is a vertical projectile. I throw this ball up, down, 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 down. It was motion in 1D. It was just going up and it was coming down. Then I saw oblique projectile. Instead of throwing it at 90 degrees, I threw it at an angle. So it also goes up, but it also moves forward. Now, what do I mean by horizontal projectile then? How will a horizontal projectile look like? Yes, any idea? How will a horizontal projectile look like? A horizontal projectile, let me write the heading first. Horizontal projectile, and you might get some questions on this and we will solve. Horizontal projectile. How can I make the projectile horizontal? Have you ever wondered how these satellites are launched from Earth? How these satellites are launched? Those are actually very good examples of horizontal projectiles. So what do? They put all these satellites in this rocket, yes or no? Huh? And then we ignite this rocket. This rocket goes up. It goes up above the surface of Earth, 10, 12, 15 kilometers. And then what it does is there is a ejection hole here. It just throws the satellite out. Whee! Like this. Whee! That is a horizontal projectile. In the extreme case, in normal case, what I am going to do? I'm not going to sit in a rocket because that would be very costly to make a horizontal projectile. So I will go on the top of a tower. This is my tower. Let us say the top is A. This is B. And this tower is at a height H. So I go on the top of a tower. Now tell me, what will I do? How can or when will I call the projectile as horizontal? How will I throw this ball? I have a ball, obviously. I have something in my hands to throw. What will I do? Huh? Simple. The name tells us everything. What will I do? Tell me, what will I do? I will throw the ball horizontally. This is known as an horizontal projectile. How does it fall? It does not fall straight away down. It just falls dung, 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 like this. It falls like this. This is known as the horizontal projectile. Horizontal projectile. Obviously, I can make my x-axis and y-axis, and normally You always start your x-axis and y-axis from the point of projection. So this is your y-axis and this is your x-axis. So this motion, you can say in one way it is below your x-axis or it is along negative y-axis. Do we understand this? Yes or no? No, yes. Now, what are the things that we know about this? So we can write the two equations. Remember, whatever be the case, I only have two equations to make. One equation along x-axis and one equation along y-axis. Do we understand this? Yes or no? What is the acceleration along x-axis? It is 0. What is the initial velocity along x-axis? It is u. Yes or no? Because the entire velocity is along x-axis. Now at any point, if I have to find out the vertical velocity vx will always be equal to ux and it will be equal to u. It will always remain same. Do we understand this? Then if someone tells me at some point, let us say this point, this is A, B, let me call this as C, let me call this as D. It would have moved certain distance along x-axis. Let us say this is the distance x. How do I find this distance x? It will take some time. Let me call that time dung 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 dung. The time it takes as t, tung 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 tung, tung 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 tung. Time it takes is t. So how do I find the value of x? This x will be ux into t. So it will simply become u into t. Do we understand this, bacha? So these are the two equations that you must remember for horizontal projectile. Is final velocity is same as initial velocity is same as u, and your x, the distance along x-axis, is simply u into t. Do we understand this? Okay. Now we can say make similar equation on y-axis. Acceleration along y will be equal to minus g. Do you understand this? Because it is going downwards. Acceleration is downwards, yes or no? Now, the good point is initial velocity along y-axis is 0 because the ball is thrown horizontally. Do you understand this? So if someone asks me what is the final velocity Vy, so Vy will be equal to Uy plus Ay into t. But you know that this Uy is 0 and Ay is minus g. So you can write Vy as always minus g into t. Minus sign indicates that the final velocity at any point will be downwards. Do we see this? Yes or no? The final velocity at any points will be downwards. At any point D, it will have some y coordinate. You can see this is the y coordinate, which is definitely negative. How do I find the value of this y coordinate? I write the equation uy into t plus half ay into t square. But we know that initial velocity is 0. Acceleration is minus g. So I can get the value of y. Displacement in the y direction will be minus half g t square. What does this negative sign indicate? This negative sign indicates that this is downwards. Do we understand this? Yes or no? No, yes. Okay. Now, what are the things that can be asked here? So these are the general formulae that I've made. Now we will have two formulas that we'll have to remember. The first formula is time of flight. The first formula is time of flight. The time of flight is the time taken to go from A to C. Do we understand this, bacha? How will you find out this time of flight? It is very simple. In this y, I will put the value of y as minus x. because from A to B, from A to C, the distance it has moved along y-axis is minus h, and I will get the value of t as time of flight. I will not solve this. I will just give you the answer. The time of flight will be equal to 2 times h by g. Remember this, 2 times h by g. That is the time of flight. The next thing they can ask you is the horizontal range here, range r. So the next thing they can ask you is the horizontal range. So I can also give you the formula of that range, range r. Now range r can be written as, you can write it as u, initial velocity along x-axis, multiplied by t, where t is your time of flight. Do we understand this, bacha? Or you can put the value of t straight away. So this becomes your formula number 1. Let me just highlight all those formulas. This is the formula for the time of flight. This is the first formula for range. And you can put the value of time of flight and you can get the next formula for range. Next formula for range will be u into root over 2h by g. Oops. My screen has gone bonkers. So just restart it. I hope you remember. You can just write it from your own remembrance, and then I will give you time to note it down. I think it is visible now. Yes. Okay. So what I was telling you was this will become 2 times h by g. So this is the next formula that you can remember. The formula in green. So basically, as far as NEET aspirants are concerned, you might not require this, you might not require this, you might not require this, this you might require, this you also might not require, this also you might not require, but you might require this, this, and this. So the ones with the tick ones should be by hearted nicely. The ones with not the tick one, you may not do them so patiently. Do we understand this? Yes or no? Okay. One more thing that you might have to remember, and I'll have you noted this down, everyone? Okay. One more thing that you might have to remember is the equation of trajectory for this particle. So you can write the heading, equation of trajectory for horizontal projectile. And what will the equation of trajectory look like? Y is equal to x tan theta. This was the original equation of trajectory. I will just show it to you that both the things are same. Do you remember this original equation? Now, in case of horizontal projectile, my dear friends, bacha, the value of this theta, because the particle is thrown horizontally, the value of this theta becomes 0, because it is not thrown at an angle. It is thrown vertically like this. It is not thrown like this. It is thrown like this. So angle theta becomes 0. Now, can you tell me what will the equation of trajectory look like? I've told you that theta becomes 0. Can you put the value of theta as 0 and tell me what will be the equation of trajectory? I'll give you 2 minutes. Yes, bacha. What is the answer? What is the equation of trajectory? Anyone? So it is y is equal to tan 0 is 0. So everything becomes 0. Minus, I put the value of theta as 0. Gx square by 2 times u square, because cos of 0 is 1. Tan of 0 is 0. Cos of 0 is 1. And this equation of trajectory looks beautiful. I'll give you 1 minute to note it down, and then I'll give you a couple of questions.
Completed, sir.
Completed, sir. Here comes a question, sir. And I hope that you can give me the answer to that, sir. This is the question. Question number 1. It has got 2 parts. The third part is not for you, so I'm not taken it out. Okay. A projectile is fired horizontally with a speed of 98 meter per second from the top of a hill 490 meters high. Find number 1, time taken to reach ground, time of flight. Number 2, the distance of the target from the hill. That means they're asking you the range. So they're asking you two things, range and the time of flight. I'll give you 2 minutes to solve this. Tell me Chinese answers. One more time. Any answer, bacha? Shall I do it? We'll give you 2 more minutes. Try it. Okay, I think I've given you enough time. What I need to do, what we need to do in this was pretty simple. What? I need to find out the time of flight. What was the formula for time of flight here? Tell me. No, mic is working. What was the formula of time of flight?
The root 2h by g.
Root over 2h by g. Just need to put the values, get the answer, stay happy. 2 into height is given as 490. 490 divided by 9.8. 2 into 490 is 980. 980 divided by 9.8 is 100. So this becomes root over 100. And root over 100, all of us know, is 10 seconds. Anyone got this? Yes or no? Okay. The second part was to find the range. Now there are various ways to find this range. What will I do? I will use the formula u multiplied by t. Because I know u and I know t. U is 98. Time is 10. So it is 980 meters. Do we understand this? Okay, I'll give you one more question so that you can become confident about this and give me the answer fast. Question number 2. A ball is thrown horizontally from the top of a tower 20 meters high with velocity 5 meter per second. Find the time of flight and the point where it strikes the ground. I hope you understand the meaning. I'll give you a minute to win it. 1 minute, 1 minute. So we got the answers, everyone?
Yes, sir. T is
Well done.
equals to 2.
T is equal to 2 seconds. How did you get it? It was very simple. It is root over 2h by
By
g.
g.
G is to be taken as 10. I did not tell you that, but I hope you understand this. So 2 into 20 divided by 10 root. This is root over 4 and root over 4 is 2. What about the range or where it strikes ground?
10, sir.
It is u 5 multiplied by 2, 10. Remember, this same question may just come in your exam and you have to do it fast. because you have already done it in the class. Remember, the exam is not cleared in the examination hall. It is cleared right now, right here. So with this, we have come to an end of this chapter as well. Congratulations, your motion in 2D. Projectile motion is finished. The next class we'll move ahead with the next topic, which is relative motion. So see you in the next class on Monday. I've sent you a sheet. If you want, you should solve that sheet. Only solve the section 1. Do not go for the advanced one because they are meant for JEE advanced section. So you just solve as many questions as possible. And I can assure you one of those questions you will see in your NEET ka paper. So take care. Have a nice day. May God bless you all. Bye bye, everyone.